I'm so proud and pleasure to meet you, ma'am. You are the like first Kannadiga women IPS officer in the history of ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಸೊ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಟಾಸ್ಕರ್. ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ her kids, she will take care of her husband, and also she will take care of herself, and also she spreads lots of love, and in between she spreads care. But how do you manage, ma'am, like a battle between your professional life and a personal life? It is entirely a different thing actually. Of course, even I am also a working woman daughter, but ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ it is quite different. They come around 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock their work will be done. Your thing, in case yours, it is very different actually. What is a parenting rule at your home, and what would you like to give a message to all the parents over there to have a very disciplined lifestyle to all the kids over there?
I'm also a learning parent. As a parent, I also keep learning a lot of things from here and there. And finally, see, the proof of cake is in it, proof of pudding is in eating it. So like that, what my children will become, how responsibly they will grow up to be, that will say whether my parenting style was good or not. So we are all in the process. Yes, there was a time when it was considered spare the rod, spoil the child. That was the yesteryears, yester generations, where they said ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ದಂಡಿಸಬೇಕು, ಅದಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯೂ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ತದನಂತರ ಮತ್ತು ಈಗೀಗ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೊಡಿಲೇಬಾರ್ದು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪನಿಷ್ ದೆಮ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದೆಮ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್, ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ದೆಮ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ತುಂಬ ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ನಾನು ಬೆಳೆಯುವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಯಾರು ಹೊಡಿಬಾರ್ದು, ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಹೊಡಿಬಾರ್ದು, ಟೀಚರ್ಸು ಬೈಬಾರ್ದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಬೋತ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಲೆಸ್ ಫೇರ್ ಮದರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತುಂಬ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡು, ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡು, ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡು, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್. ಒಂದು, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರಿಸಮ್ ಇನ್ ದೆಮ್. I myself, I don't go too much shopping. I'm not into that. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬೆಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂದೆ ಅದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಡೆಟ್ರಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಲ್ಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ಔಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Even I don't go to restaurants also, because I don't like outside food, and I prefer homemade food. And I also feel children also should develop homemade food ke taste. They should have illadre ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಈ ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್ಡು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಬಣ್ಣದ್ದು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ತಿಂತ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಸಲ 3 ಸಲ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದರೆ, even after they grow up, they will have that temptation. They won't be able to avoid.
Very true.
And so give them more healthy things to eat, maybe fruits, raw vegetables ಅಂತದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಗಿಂದನೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೂ ಅದು ಇದೊಂದ್ಸಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಸಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ you won't develop that taste. Your tongue will not be ready to eat raw vegetables or fruits or ಇದು. If it has already gone astray, if your tongue has gone astray, got used to junk food,
Obviously.
it will not like fruits and raw vegetables and all that. So I think we have to develop this habit in children. Amele I don't display too much of see, I am in a okay to do, I mean, there is no shortage for needs in my position, but with whatever salary I get and my husband gets, our needs are met, comforts are also met. Maybe some luxuries which very wealthy people may afford, we may not have, but still with whatever we have, I don't display the wealth or ಏನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟಿದೆ, let us go like this, ಹೀಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಹಾಗೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋಣ, or we are having so much. I don't display that attitude to children. They should not develop that attitude. My main concern, and even my husband keeps telling them, is that they should do well in life. They have to work hard. They should not be distracted. Working hard, being focused on something is very necessary. That is even more difficult during the age of social media, internet, TV. Earlier when we were growing up, ನಮ್ಮ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಿ ವಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ 24 hours ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಾನಲ್ ಇದೆ ಟಿ ವಿಲಿ ಕೂಡ 24 hours ಬರುತ್ತೆ. During our times, though TV was there, it was only for a very limited time, and that too some serials or whatever, that too what children could see was very limited. But yeah, that is a very big challenge for today's children.
Now it is all online classes.
Online classes they keep seeing, and then they'll be doing something else also parallelly.
True.
That is very difficult to control. So that is not just COVID, but otherwise also, for smartphones, internet, computer alagli, smartphone alagli, all these video games, all these are too much addictive, and they distract children a lot. That is a big challenge for any parent, including me. And my husband keeps telling, like even I buy his opinion, that it's not necessary for children to ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿದಿನ್. ಇದು ನಾನು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಇಟ್. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗ ಮೈಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡೈವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಅದರ್ unnecessary things. So too much is too bad, and too much pleasure is also not good. So I think we both are of the opinion that we don't have to make too much property or money, or we don't have to leave that much for our kids. We just give them good education and good skills to cope with the world. I think that should suffice. We feel. And again, in any family, all kids are not the same. ಹೇಗೆ 5 ಬೆರಳು ಸಮ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ, because it's the same environment, same parents, but my son is totally different from my daughter. My daughter is very responsible on her own, she studies. But my son, maybe because he's a boy, maybe boys are little like that, I don't know, because I didn't have a brother. So I don't have a brother, so I don't know how boys grow up. So maybe people tell me boys are always distracted, they are like this, but when time comes they will do well. Many people say that, maybe, but somehow I feel that he's more distracted, he's more into these gadgets. So there is a difference even at home, even with the same environment that we create. One is very studious, and ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ. On her own she studies, self motivated, but my son is not like that. So again, that is a big challenge, how you cater and customize your instructions or your upbringing style to that particular child. It's a very difficult thing. So ultimately, we also have a lot of things, and there are many times when I don't have energy. And for my daughter, as I said, I don't need to say, but ನನ್ನ ಮಗಂಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 20 ಸಲ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಹೇಳೋ ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಣ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್, ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದೀಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ lines which I have laid down for myself. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಒಳಗೆ ಆ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟಿಂಗ್.
ದಟ್ಸ್ ನೈಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಇವಾಗ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್, ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್, ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸೇಫ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಆನ್ ಅ ಜೆಂಡರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅ ಮೇಲ್ ಡಾಮಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. So what do you feel about it?
See, the whole the system is still very male dominated, Allah. So many a time it becomes difficult for a woman to establish herself in this any male dominated area. It becomes difficult because somehow you know the stereotypes that men have against women. It often comes on internet. Men think that women don't think straight like them, or women are very emotional, they'll do something. All these stereotypes they have, which may be true or may not be true. But it is somehow I also feel that the women's style of functioning is different from that of men. We are more empathetic that way, and perhaps more emotional. Like I'm not very sure, but our functioning style is totally different. And even with respect to hierarchy, the way we behave with respect to hierarchy is different from the way men behave with respect to the same hierarchy. So maybe that is why the men feel comfortable with other men around in the workplace. Maybe that is why it's just that discomfiture which makes them, keep out women. They want to feel they are more friendly and secure and whatever in the male clique. So maybe that is the reason why they prefer their own gender. So this being the case, in many teams, in corporates, women lose out on these things.
Very true.
Secondly, there is also this understanding, or whatever you may say, that woman has to go home early. She has to take care of kids. She won't be able to attend your social social dining, wining, and social dine, wine, whatever parties. Not as much as men, because finally we go and we tell kids, come, what is your homework, sit, let us do your homework, we cook. So this and it's a general understanding. It's not that even if it is not forced, women feel more obliged that they do these family responsibilities. For example, my mental makeup is, after office hours I would like to go home and spend time with kids. But men's this one, it doesn't work like that for them. They do their own things. They're more comfortable doing all other things, and then they come home late. Most of the men either they're working and come home late, like my husband, he's a workaholic. He keeps working and comes home late. But there are people.
And what would you like finally to give a message to all the youths?
Focus on what you want, and firstly have goal. Dream about that goal. Dream is not just what you dream at night, it is what you see during daytime, wherein how passionately you feel about your goals, your dreams. And then focus, not just have passion, but also you have to plan for it and focus on it, and then perform. So practice. So do that, and I'm sure even sky will not be the limit.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.